Rising. Welcome back to a Miracle Monday. Welcome back. Welcome back. Listen, y'all, we got to redefine how we see wealth. We have to redefine what wealth really is. Okay. First of all, how was y'all's weekend? My weekend was absolutely exhausting. It was exhausting, but I'm grateful for it because through this weekend, I was able to discover what real wealth is. Through the chaos of this weekend, through driving around and family stuff and this and that, I was able to be like, okay, this is what wealth is. So, I feel like every time I do these videos on a Monday morning at this time, my voice is all like sultry and low and deep. Okay? Y'all let me know how y'all like it. Let me know how my voice is sounding, right? It's not too masculine, is it? Okay? It's coming off real raspy this morning, all right? Let me sip some of this tea because I really like to be in my feminine bag, but my voice is sounding real masculine right now. But I'm not mad at it, okay? I'm not mad at how it sounds. That's too hot. It's too hot to even drink. So y'all, I was in the car this weekend. Well, first of all, on Thursday, my mom had called and she was like, "Yeah, I want to watch the kids this weekend." And that's the best. When somebody that you love and trust calls you to watch your kids, honey, Dream and I were like, say less. Okay? Say less. Yes. Okay. Say less. Yes. Yes, you can keep them. So they went to my mom's house on Friday. Dream and I were able to have a night semi to ourselves because we still had Kai. He is not ready to be spending the night with nobody. We probably got 6 more months before he can spend a night with somebody else, right? So my mom kept the kids. And then on Saturday, was my niece and my nephew's birthday. They turned 2 and 4. And so on Saturday, I had to drive and pick the kids up from my mom's house so that I can take them to the party. And as I'm driving in the car, I'm just hit with this need to say some words of gratitude. Because I was in my mind while I was driving. Y'all know when we in the car, we be in our heads. Y'all, we be in the car, we be thinking about all types of stuff. We be like, okay, what's going on with life? Because in the car, that's when we get those moments of silence. That's when we get that time of introspection. And for me, I'm almost rarely ever just by myself or alone because we got 4 kids. Dream and I are entrepreneurs. We work from home together. So I'm always around somebody listening to something. And so as I was in the car driving to pick up the kids, I didn't have no music on. It was just me and my thoughts. And I was just thinking about my mom and how much she sacrifices and how much she loves and how much she just shows up. And so I just started to have gratitude. And so I'm like, thank you for my health. And then I go to the next one. I say, thank you for my wealth. But when I said thank you for my wealth, my entire being started to vibrate. And I kind of explored that because I'm like, I say my affirmations all the time, but for some reason, when I'm saying thank you for my wealth, the cells in my body became alive. And so I started to ask Spirit, why? What's the difference now? And Spirit was basically telling me that wealth is the presence of love, commitment, growth, and reciprocity in your life. And so the cells in my body were activated by this truth that that wealth is not about the amount of money that you have in your account. Like, do we realize that when we have love, commitment, growth, reciprocity in our lives, we are wealthy? So that moved something in my spirit. And so I just kept driving, and it literally brought tears to my eyes. Like, literally, I felt this like shaking up happen where I was just like, oh my God, I am already wealthy. And Spirit was just like, so many times we're waiting on a certain number in our bank account. We are waiting till we have a certain type of house, the white kitchen, right? The white kitchen and the white picket fence, and you're going on all the vacations and you're doing all of those things. That's when you will feel wealthy. But Spirit was like, wealth exists for so many of us right now. And if we would just realize that this wealth is already present, the financial wealth, the financial abundance will flow. But we have to redefine wealth. And again, wealth is the presence of love, commitment, growth, and reciprocity in our lives. And so I guess I just felt that because, man, my mother is so committed to loving me and to loving our children. I don't know about y'all. Let me know in the comments. Did y'all mother, like when y'all kids were young, or if you still have kids that are young right now, was your mom or somebody in your family ready and willing to babysit? Like, they like, I'm babysitting. Because, some of these, you got the grandmas that are like, I'm young. I'm too young. I'm still young. They may be 60 years old, but they feel young in their spirit. They may be 60 years old, but because they had their kids young, now in their 50s or 60s, they going out. They don't got time to babysit no kids, right? You got grandparents like that are like, I'm too young to babysit. I ain't babysitting. I ain't doing it. And then you got the people in your life, whether it's a sister or a mother, they're like, I want those kids. I want to love on those kids. That's the type of grandma that I'm going to be. Like, yes, I plan on Dream and I being away on vacations and doing our thing. I plan on taking my grandkids on vacation with me, but I'm a babysit my grandkids. Okay, I'm a babysit. They can come to my house. If my daughters or my sons, how could I not? How could I not? Like, literally, this is the type of grandma my mom is. So she called me to babysit them. Can't beat that. Like, I don't gotta ask. Because Dream and I don't ask for people to babysit our kids. We take care of our kids, right? And plus, we barely be, we don't be trying to be out in these streets like that. We like to be at home, watch a good movie, talk about it, et cetera, et cetera. So my mom called me. So first of all, that's a check. How could I not watch my grandkids when I have a mother who will call me to babysit, who will be like, it's that time, they need to come to my house. But not only that, the cherry on top of the cake, right? The cherry on top of the cake. I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, what do I need to bring for them? Because that's the type of mother I am. I'm like, let me bring their snacks. Let me bring their dinner. You don't got to worry about providing anything for them. We're going to provide everything that they need. Here go my mama. Oh, you don't need to bring nothing? I'm going to the grocery store to get all their snacks. So you saying I get to keep my money in my pocket? You saying that I get to keep these snacks in my refrigerator that they going to need when they get home? Absolutely. That's how she is. She's like, I got their dinner, I got their lunch, I got their snacks, I got everything that they need. All you need to do is bring them. Hell, my mama even got clothes for my kids at her house. Okay? So when I reflected on that, I'm like, oh my God, that's wealth. That is wealth. That somebody loves me, loves my children, loves our family enough to sacrifice their time, their energy, their money to love on us and to give Dream and I some quiet time. Like, that's wealth. And if we could feel that, if we could have gratitude for that, like, I'm here to tell y'all right now, if you've ever taken somebody in your life for granted who loves you like that, end it. Stop it. Never take somebody for granted who loves you, who cares for you, who shows up for you, who is your ride or die. Because within that person is your wealth. Okay? Because I feel that wealth is based upon, or let me put it like this, the quality of our life is reflected in the quality of our relationships. The quality of our life is reflected in the quality of our relationships. So a person can have all the money that they want, but if they got shitty relationships, if they kids don't like them, I saw this years ago. It was I don't know if it was like a joke or if it was real, but it was this white mom and this white son. And the mom is trying to connect with her son and they're recording this, and the son is like, "I don't like you. I don't, I don't call me. I don't want a relationship with you. I don't want to connect with you. I don't want to do all of the frolicking and family and love. I don't want to do all of that." So to me, that is representative of a mother who is actually poor, regardless of what she has financially. Do you understand? For your own kid to reject wanting to connect with you, this is a major issue. So the quality of your life, what quality of life are you living? That would represent your wealth. I even think about Diddy, right? Diddy. Diddy, who is just like done now. Wow, this is a good little quote for the tea, and I'm gonna tell y'all about it in a sec. But Diddy is poor as hell. I know y'all may be thinking, but he owns so many houses and he go on vacations and he do this and he got cars and he's poor. He's poor. He is absolutely poor. He's bottom of the barrel, ain't nothing left, poor. Because for him to commit such heinous acts, such sadistic acts, it lets you know that he has nothing within his spirit. Wealth is in the spirit. And money is not the root of all evil. So let's not get it twisted. Go for your bag. Go for your bag. But what I'm saying is that we don't sacrifice our integrity for the bag. We don't abandon the people that we love and the people that love us for the bag. Because even when you get the bag, if you have no love, if you have no peace, if you have no growth, see, Diddy is like he's like a 15-year-old or 14-year-old boy who just got a big wave of hormones and he just can't control himself. He has no self-control. He has no self-control, right? He like a 14, 15-year-old boy that just become made aware that arousal and sexuality is a thing and he has no control over it, right? Because he's not grown, he hasn't grown, clearly. That sorry ass apology that he gave for his behavior, I was in a dark space then and, I was disgusted then and I'm disgusted now. You're proving to us that you have not grown. Okay? Did he prove to us that he had not grown? And that's why he's poor, spiritually poor. No matter how much money he has, Diddy is not really wealthy. Even though he may be a billionaire, he still does not have wealth. He may have wealth according to worldly standards. But let me ask you, are you in the world and of the world? Right? Or are you in the world but not of the world? That's real. That's real. Diddy's apology showed us that he had not grown, because if you still disgusted by your actions, that means you haven't taken the steps to actually overcome them. See, when you grow, you don't have shame about shit you did in your past. Somebody got to hear this one. when you grow, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all do things that may cause hurt and pain to somebody else in our lives. But when we apologize and we mean it, when we take action, when we literally change who we were at that time that manifested whatever that bad thing was, when we really grow from that, we're no longer disgusted by our actions because we see how we did it, why we did it, and we did the work to become a person that wouldn't do that again. So there's no shame in that. There's no guilt in that. There's no disgust in that because I'm no longer that person. So why would I still feel bad? And that's wealth. That's wealth. Wealth is being able to grow, heal, and transform. That's real wealth. I was listening to Tabitha Brown. Y'all know Tabitha Brown, that's my girl. That's my girl. Tabitha Brown is my girl. And I was listening to a show that she did last night on Friday. I don't know when she did it, but I was listening to it yesterday. And it was her and her husband, and then this guy named Kev and Melissa. Kev is a comedian. Y'all probably seen him before. His name is Kev on stage. Kev, Melissa, Tab, and her husband. So basically, you got two couples that have been married 20 plus years sitting down at the table talking. And as they're talking about what marriage is, how challenging it is, how hard it is, and how rewarding it is at the same time, right? And as they're talking, Kev on stage, he says something so freaking good. He said something so good. He was like, growth is choosing to be a husband when I really just want to be, and I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, growth is choosing to be a husband when I really just want to do me. Because what he did was he told a story about how he likes to be on time, right? He likes to be on time. He got to be on time everywhere he goes. And then his wife, she likes to be on time too, but things are always happening, whether she got to get hair did or makeup did or got to address the children, so on and so forth. And so he was like, they were set to record their little podcast. They were set to record it at like 2 o'clock, but his wife was going to be late because she had things going on, mothering things, wife things, things that we just be having to do in real life. And so he was like, all right, well, I'm just going to go ahead and head to Tabitha Brown. I'm going to go ahead and head to their house. And he knew that him going to their house, going in their house without his wife, he knew that that would frustrate his wife. Like, yes, she's still going to come in with a smiling face and she's going to do the recording or whatever. But when it's all said and done, she's going to say or feel like, why couldn't you wait for me? Why couldn't we walk in together as a united front, right? So he was like, he had to sacrifice himself, the part of him that loves to be on time, regardless. He had to sacrifice himself to be a better husband because he knew that if he went in there by himself without his wife and she had to come strolling in late, that his wife was going to be frustrated and annoyed by that. True wealth is when you are willing to grow, change, shift, not even just for yourself, but for the people that are around you, for the people that love you, right? When you're willing to sacrifice and do something different for the growth and the expansion of you and your relationships, that's wealth, right? That's wealth. And we got to take those things into consideration, right? Our friendships, I read this in the Bible, Proverbs 17:17. It says, a friend, damn, I should have brought it out here. It says, a friend loveth all things. A friend loveth all things. Or a friend loveth at all times. That's so good. A friend loveth at all times. But a brother is called to adversity, right? So here's another key to real wealth. Have your relationship changed with your brother, your mother, your family member into friendship? See, when we become adults, my mother, yes, she's my mother, but she's my friend now. Because sometimes the role of mother can get in the way. right? Of her giving me what I need because she's trying to be my mother instead of being my friend, even though I'm a grown ass woman. You understand? A friend loveth at all times, while a brother calls out to adversity. Proverbs 17:17. So when we are in these roles, right, of mother, of wife, of husband, of child, whatever, we don't even see the ways in which we can support our partner, our family member in growth because we are so attached to what this role says we are meant to be. So the story I just told about Kev, he was being a friend to his wife in that moment because he knew that his wife needed a certain thing from him. I got a best friend named Victoria. I actually dreamt about her last night. We were on like some sort of adventure in my dream, and I don't know. We were on like an adventure. It was like we were looking for like spiritual things. Real talk. Like in the dream, something spiritual had happened wherever we were at. And we were going to explore what it was, why it was, what was actually happening. We ended up finding some little fairies in the dream. Real talk. This just happened like a few hours ago. And when I woke up, because I was thinking about this concept of wealth when I went to sleep. And so Spirit had basically just shown me all of these different ways that we are actually wealthy, that we discount because we attach wealth to monetary, we attach wealth to what is in your bank account. And so Spirit has showed me my best friend Victoria, and her and I on this spiritual quest, and we ended up finding these fairies. This is what Spirit showed me in the dream. And I was reminded of this experience one time. Me and Victoria was in the car. And we had just graduated from college, right? We had just graduated from college. And we were in the car smoking weed. And y'all know weed is like a gateway into things. And so we're in the car smoking weed, and we're at the mall. So we're decided we're gonna hit the joint a little bit before we go into the mall, walk around, do some shopping. And so we're smoking, and Spirit just showing me something. And mind you, at this time, I was coming into my spirituality. I had just started meditating and things like that, but I didn't know the depth of spirituality. I did not know what it really was. But I had this vision. And I want y'all to do me a favor right now. Be a friend right now and like the video. Be a friend right now and like the video. Reciprocate the energy, okay? I say that because there are people out there who need to hear this. They need to know and understand where their true wealth actually is. They need to redefine their wealth, because when we redefine our wealth, we have gratitude for the wealth that is present in our lives right now, which makes us more attracted and magnetic to the financial wealth that we desire. Everybody wants financial freedom because we know what money can do in this human realm. We know what money can do. We know the doors that it can open up. We know the opportunities that it can give us. But if we could understand that there is already a wealth that dwells inside of us, and if we could feel that wealth, if we could have gratitude for that wealth, now we are on the same frequency as the financial wealth. That is why this is so important. Okay? So thank y'all for those who went ahead and liked the video. And I want to introduce myself. I'm Desiree D. Ray Wise, spiritual healing coach, and I help people to heal their relationship with themselves, to heal their relationship with others. That's for all the new people that come in contact with this video. Peace and love. So we're in the car smoking some weed. I had just started my spiritual journey, and we are laughing because me and Victoria, whenever we smoke, we're going to laugh our ass off. Like, some people you may smoke some weed with, it's very serious. It gets deep. Like, if Dream and I smoke weed together, we're not really laughing. Like, we are like deep diving into a wormhole of like spirituality, or we're watching a movie, and best believe if we're watching a movie, that movie is gonna keep being paused, and we're gonna keep on. Did you see that? It's like we become freaking. Well, Dreamwise is already a movie decoder. I'm not into the movie decoding. I'm just watching a movie. He is like, did you see that? Oh man, that's a da 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 da. That's where that will go, right? But me and Victoria, we gonna laugh our ass off. And so we were laughing so hard at this one point in time that I literally came out of my body. This was so deep. I came out of my body and I saw us in the spirit. I literally saw us as two energetic beings sitting side by side in the astral realm, what I now know was the astral realm. At the time, I had no clue of what that was, but I saw us sitting in like a dark space, but we were light, and we were just laughing, 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 laughing. And from that moment on, I knew that her and I relationship was something way deeper than what we think about friendships and relationships. And so that dream that I had last night of me and her being on a quest and us finding fairies, that dream last night was symbolic of where true wealth lies. Wealth is in where you have somebody that you are in a relationship with, whether it is a friendship, family member, and the love is reciprocal. The love is reciprocated. That's wealth. Keon says, I feel like as I've gotten older, the less connected I feel with my family. Everyone is hurt and unaware. I understand. I understand. But you want to know what I'll say to that? And y'all start getting some questions ready if you want to ask some questions about how to build wealthy relationships, right? Because I'm all for that. That's what I do. What I'll say to that, Keon, is to not judge your family and your friends that are hurt and unaware. Don't label them as anything either. Because a lot of times it's the labels that we place on our family and friends that reinforces the idea of who they are. Okay? So I think about Dream, right? Something that I do with him or that I work on doing with him is projecting this thought onto him, projecting this idea onto him that he understands everything that I'm saying, that he really gets it, that he really can feel me. And not only can he feel what I'm saying and what I'm thinking, he responds to me in a way that is conducive to my growth and my healing and my evolution. I project that idea onto him because that is what I desire to have in our relationships. And so he shows up that way. And sometimes things get off track, like last week when I told y'all about the gospel music. But for the most part, that projection is who he becomes. So when we look at our family members and we say, oh, they're so hurt, oh, they're so unaware, oh, they're so unconscious, that thought transmission that we place on them is constantly reinforced. So they keep showing up as hurt and unaware. They keep showing up as toxic family members, but that's because that's how we're seeing them. If you would choose to see them as something different, they can become different. And I'm a living witness of this. I used to feel like my mother was so controlling. Like she's the type of person, like, let me tell you how my mom, her love easily could shift into control. Easily. So let's say I called her with an issue that I'm having. Yeah, mom, I got this going on. And to me, the issue may not be a big deal. It may be something small to me. I'm really just talking to you because you my mama, right? I'm just talking to you because I like feedback from you. But my mom, whenever there's something going on with her kids, she's on guard, right? And so I may tell her something and she'll call me back to back to back. We'll hang up the phone, she'll call it again. Oh, did you think about this? All right, ma, I got it. We'll hang up the phone, she'll call again. Well, what about this? Hang up the phone. My mama could call 4 times in a row, just trying to give me some feedback on how something can be better, right? Or what I can do to overcome a certain challenge. And that used to annoy the hell out of me when I saw it as here she go, trying to control the decisions that I make, trying to control how I do things, kind of control how I fix my life. Iyanla fix my life, here she go. But a few years ago, I chose to see that as her just loving me, her just wanting the best for me, her just wanting me to know that she's supporting me, that she's with me, and that there are answers, there are solutions. Even if I can't think of them, she gonna come up with some. And so right when I started seeing my mom like that, I started to receive and feel so much love from her. So much love from her. My mom now is like one of my best friends, where in the past I felt like my mom was just overbearing. And now I call my mom every day. It don't got to be to talk about nothing, just to say hey, just to say have a good day. Because I've chosen to see her as someone that deeply, deeply loves me, no matter her controlling patterns. So we have the power to do that. But we have to know that the people can be who we need them to be. And I get it, and I get it. Sometimes we want the best for people and they just can't show up. But I would ask us to ask ourselves, have we do we truly believe that they have the capacity to be that, to be love, to be aware? Okay? And my mother has grown so much because my mother used to be just, ooh, 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 ooh. My mom is like on the spiritual path now. My mom done said to me, yeah, the third eye, the third eye. I'm like, girl, why are you even talking about the third eye? You don't got to say the third eye to me, mom. But this is because she knows, like, what we're interested in. She explores those things. She seeks to understand those things. And that's wealth. That's wealth to me. Somebody that is willing to explore or understand what's going on in my life so that we have that connection, that's real wealth. Let me tell you something else that's real wealth. Real wealth is radiating love, light, beauty. Health is wealth. We've heard that before. Health is wealth. Dream was in the Dream told this story after I kind of talked to him about this idea. He said that he was at the gym, right? He's been going to the gym. He's been going to the gym every weekend, and his body is changing. I'm looking at him like, okay, look at you, honey. Dad bod is kind of rescinding. Dad bod is kind of like, the dad bod is changing, okay? And I like it. It was so funny. We was outside the other day. I had on like a crop top. And, I'm a mom of 4, okay? And no shade, no shame, right? And I'm leaning back with like a crop top on. And I can see some abs. Like I see some little abs coming through. And I'm like, babe, look at my abs. Look at my abs. He gonna sit up here and say, I don't see nothing. He ain't right. Y'all, I'm feeling good about the abs that I could see. And maybe it was because the angle that I was laying down, when you lay down, the fat kind of just spreads out and you could see some abs. I saw some abs. I'm like, babe, look at these abs. He told me, I don't really see nothing. And he was so for real. He was so for real. But then guess what? He had his shirt off because when we go outside, we like to wear as little clothes as possible because you want that sun to hit every inch of your body. So he got his shirt off. He comes up talking about, but you see my abs though. I said to him so quick, y'all. I said, where? He comes up, he talking about, you can see mine though. I said, where? I don't. I don't see it, okay? I don't see the abs that you're speaking of. I don't see them, okay? They're not there. They're not present, okay? Keep going to the gym, all right? And the fact that we had some friends come over. One of my best sister friends came over yesterday with her guy, and we chilling, we hanging out. Dream had the audacity to try to blast me in front of them about how many cookies I ate. Okay? He went to the store and he bought some cookies. The cookies to me are so soft and so chewy. I mean, whoever baked those cookies knew what the hell they was doing. And so our friends come over. He like, man, y'all, your girl been eating cookies. She done ate like 7 cookies in 24 hours. I'm like, the audacity of you. So one, you talk about how my abs are not there even though I see them. 2, you tell the people I was just eating cookies for 7 cookies in 24 hours. he was really trying to get me yesterday. He was trying to play me yesterday on so many levels. And I'm going to tell y'all another level that he was trying to play me on, right? But let me read this little this little tab on the T. It says, relate to your greatness and not to your weakness. That's a bar, y'all. Relate to your greatness, not to your weakness. See? And that's good. You want to know why that's good? On the topic of wealth, because a lot of times we're relating and we're focusing on what's in the bank account. Or because I don't even want to just keep this to money, because wealth is also in love. So there are some of you ladies out there who, you got the job, you got the finances, but you don't have the relationship. You don't have the love. And so even though you have the bank account, even though you have the profession, even though you have that part of your life together, you still don't feel wealthy. Or you've overly identified with the wealth and left the love to like happenstance. You're like, okay, it'll happen when it'll happen. At least I got my nice house. At least I got my white kitchen. At least I got the profession. At least I got my Mercedes. And so you'll use the home, you'll use the financial abundance as your means of love, and that's just not it. Or as your only means of wealth. If your only means of wealth is from your bank account, you're still poor. I know that was kind of harsh. I know. I know. Because real wealth lies in the spirit. And this is why a lot of those women, there are a lot of women out there who may have a lot of fortune. They may make great money, good. But because they aren't being loved, this may make them bitter. I work with them. I've worked with these women. Okay? I've worked with these types of women. I had a coworker. I had a coworker that was like in a higher up. We were teachers, but she was like what is it called? Like she taught teachers essentially. She teaches the teachers, so she get paid a little bit more than a teacher. She got some type of priority, right? She got a title, et cetera, et cetera. And all she had was that, you know. She drove a beautiful Audi, a beautiful all white Audi, but was going home to herself. And that's not by choice. There's a difference. There's a difference. And so this made her very snappy, very angry. Y'all ever met a boss, a female boss, right? We see this all the time. A female boss that's just snappy, or she's all up in her employees' business, and everybody in their mind is thinking, damn, she just needs some dick. Everybody's thinking, she just need a good orgasm, right? So we have to know that wealth goes beyond the bank account. Wealth is in the quality of your connections. It's in the quality of your relationships. It's in your ability to have a reciprocal unit. Okay? Wealth also lies in your ability to radiate. So going back to what I was saying, Dream was at the gym and he was doing squats yesterday. He had squats. And he was like, he saw somebody at the gym that was like walking on a walker or a cane or something like that. I don't know what he said, but it was very important, because what he was saying was, when he saw this man at the gym 6 o'clock in the morning and he does not have the full capacity of his legs, it automatically gave him something to be grateful for. It automatically gave him something to feel wealthy about. And so we take little things like that for granted. And so we want to focus on what we get to do, because what we get to do is a part of our wealth. I get to wash my dishes in this house. Some people don't got a pot or a pan. Okay? Some people don't got a pot or a pan to wash. Some people don't got food to even cook, to have to clean a dish. Do we understand? We get annoyed about having to vacuum our living room or make the bed and things like that. And there are people who are sleeping on the floor. So when we start to understand how wealthy we really are, we get on a frequency, we get on a wavelength that has appreciation for what we have. Wealth is the presence of love, commitment, growth, and reciprocity in your life. If you got love, if you got commitment, meaning you're committed to yourself, you're committed to being the best you, the best mother, father, wife, friend, whatever. If you got growth, you about that growth. You're willing to take that inventory. You're willing to do that work. You're willing to show up. If you got reciprocity, if you pour into others and they pour into you, you're wealthy. And if we would take moments to just embrace that, now we are open to receive all other forms of wealth. Financial wealth is on the same frequency and wavelength as that, right? So this just happened yesterday. I was sitting on the couch and I told y'all we had an eventful weekend, an exhausting weekend, but a great weekend, right? We had some birthday parties. We had some friends we celebrated with. We just had an eventful weekend. And so I'm sitting on the couch and I'm looking at pictures from the weekend. And Dream just so happens to see me looking at a picture of myself. Damn, you looking at pictures of yourself? See, and to me, and that's why I say I'm projecting an idea onto Dream that he understands me, right? He like, damn, you looking at pictures of yourself? He like, why are you looking at pictures of yourself? Or he like, so we were at the park for my niece and my nephew's birthday. This park that we went to, it had like a splash pad. It was slides and all types of stuff with water at a park. And I had to rush and get Cara to the bathroom because she's wiggling, having to go to the bathroom. So I rush her to the bathroom. While she's in the bathroom, I take a picture of myself. Girls, you know when you looking fabulous and you see yourself in the mirror, you like, oh shit, like, oh girl, you cooking with something. Let me take a picture to savor this moment because you are looking fabulous. Have y'all ever done that? Make sure that I'm not alone in this, okay? Let me know that I'm not alone. And even if I am alone, it's all good because I did what I wanted to do. I appreciated myself. I reveled in my own beauty. I reveled in my own radiance. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm grateful to be able to do that. I'm glad to be able to do that. So I take a little picture in the bathroom because I was looking cute. Had on some little shorts, had on a little bathing suit top, had my hair up in a ponytail, some nice big earrings, some cute lipstick. Your girl was looking fabulous for the party. Period. See, we as women, and so it was a major lesson for me because when Dream asked me why am I looking at myself, I almost felt a little bit like shame, like why am I? And then I had to come correct. I had to say, because I look good. I'm looking at the picture because I look good. I like the way I looked that day. I like the way I put that together. I like the way my bathing suit top went so perfectly with my shorts and how I pulled up my hair in the ponytail and my earrings. I like the way I put that together. I was looking fabulous. That's why. Right? That's why. And absolutely, Doc Martinez, just to see what everybody else sees. Absolutely. And you know, when Dream asked me that, and I came back and I said, because I like the way I look, and he was like, ain't no shame in that. I was like, you right, ain't no shame in that. I like the way I look, so I'm looking at it, and I'm reflecting on that moment. I thought to myself, wow, that's wealth. That's wealth. You want to know why that's wealth? Because at some point in my life, y'all, I didn't like what I saw in the mirror at one point in my life. At one point in my life, I would cower under saying that I look fabulous or that I'm beautiful or that I'm radiating or that I got this light that is, vibrant. At one point in my life, I did not feel beautiful. At one point in my life, I didn't want to take pictures. At one point in my life, I would, even if I took a picture, I'm not going to look back at it because I may feel some type of way. I may feel inadequate. I may feel insecure. I may feel whatever. Or at one point in my life, I would look at the picture. I would feel good, right? I would feel good from what I saw in the mirror, like the outfit that I chose to wear, how I did my hair. I would feel good just straight up. Like me as myself, I feel good about it. But then right when I take a picture, oh my God, this was such a terrible habit. Right when I take a picture, I'm looking at the picture and I'm dissecting everything. I should have did this. My hair is not this. That should have been better. Look at that. My shirt is a little bit wrinkled. Oh, my hair is out of place. Or, oh, my skin. At one point in my life, that used to be my reality, where I would look at a picture and find something wrong with it rather than looking at a picture and saying, damn, girl, you're looking good. So that's wealth for me. That's wealth because I've grown and I recognize that growth. I see who I've become. I see what self-love has done for me. Okay? I see what self-work has done for me. So wealth is also the body that you are dwelling in. Okay? Your body is a temple for the Most High, right? The kingdom of heaven dwells within. So if you got peace of mind, if you got peace in your body, if you feel good about yourself, and even if there are aspects about you that you need to work on, whether it's your skin, I had to do a lot of work on my skin to get my skin looking like this, right? Whether it's your weight, that doesn't mean that you don't love yourself for you to say, okay, I'm going to work on my skin. I'm going to work on my weight. I'm going to work on my aesthetic. I'm going to work on how I look. That don't mean you don't love yourself. In fact, you do love yourself when you are choosing that you're going to work on those things. And when you work on them and you get the results, that's wealth. Because you've just grown, you've changed, you've evolved, okay? And so everybody doesn't have the ability to do that. No matter what it is you have or what it is you don't have, you have something that makes you wealthy. Whether it's your love, your relationships with your family, it could be a gift or a talent that you have. It may be the way that you look. It may be your ability to overcome, your ability to get things done. You have wealth. And if you would simply redefine the wealth, if you would simply love the wealth that you have gratitude, be thankful, and spend time every day in appreciation of that wealth, you will attract more financial abundance. There's no other way around it because like attracts like. I know we've been taught opposite attract, but like attracts like. So the more you are in the frequency of appreciating the wealth that you already have, the more wealth is able to flow into your life. All right? That is my Miracle Monday message for y'all. It's been so good. It's been so good. I feel so wealthy. I feel so abundant. I am wealthy. I am abundant. I have so much to be grateful for, and so do you. There's so much to be grateful for. And I challenge you this week. I impart on you this week that you embrace that wealth, that you love on that wealth, that you speak to that wealth, because we know that life and death lies in the power of your tongue. So you speak to it and you let it come out of your mouth, right? You're going to welcome more in. More wealth is available to you. It's already in your vortex, as Abraham Hicks would say. It is already in your sphere. You just have to see it. All right? Peace and love. Y'all enjoy your week. And then join me live on Thursday. Join me live on Thursday. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to go live on Thursday, 9:30 a.m. I'll see y'all then. Peace.